and both of us were at separate venues, but we were at possibly the most bizarre night in NBA history.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you about that Utah Jazz Oklahoma City game.
That was crazy, man.
Can you tell me what the hell it was like to be in the building that night?
Man.
And we were at it was Dallas versus Denver.
Yep.
We were watching, I think it was halftime or the third quarter when you guys were shut down.
Yeah, we shut down.
And then the whole league shuts down.
Yeah.
And our game is the only game playing.
That was going on, yeah.
And we were just in shock.
Man.
And just take me through that whole night. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do that for you. I can definitely do that for you, man. I'm going to tell you right now, I was scared out of my mind. The crazy part was, so I dapped up a couple of Utah Jazz players pregame, because I always say what's up to my homies, George Niang, Donovan Mitchell. I was about to dap him up, and he was like, hey, I'll get you after I finish shooting and stuff like that. And, we usually talk and stuff like that. He ended up following me on Instagram and everything, and I chopped it up with him about his sneakers and stuff like that. So we got cool over the time. And Rudy wasn't out, so Rudy was already sick. He stayed at the hotel. But pregame that day was it was just weird. You could tell the vibe in the arena was weird, and you didn't know what was going to happen. I never saw the referees, so that was one thing that kind of, caught me off guard. And I ended up going to my seat, and then I was like, okay, there go the referees. I saw the referees when I got the press row, and then I saw them huddling up, and then they went away. And then I was like, I don't know what's going on right now. So then after that, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, maybe this game, they might postpone this game. I've never seen this before. And I can just remember, just the fans just sitting there just wondering, like, what's going on? Like, what are we going to play, or, what's going to happen type of thing. And it was just a weird vibe in the arena, because you're nervous, you're scared at the same time. You don't know how crazy the coronavirus was at the time. But, yeah.
Do you think people were thinking COVID? Was everyone thinking COVID at the time?
I don't think we were thinking COVID right away type of thing. But when I saw one of the officials for the Thunder on their staff, he ran out to the referees, and then I just saw them just go like.
Yeah, I remember Chris Paul was like, what's wrong with Rudy? What's wrong?
Yeah, exactly. They did one of those, hey, it's over type of thing. And I was like, what the heck is going on? So when that happened, then I started recording because I was like, this is history. So then I started recording. The fans were leaving. The fans were booing. The fans were mad. But that was the first time I seen both teams just go back to their respective, locker rooms. So it was just weird because I didn't know what to think. And then when Woj tweeted, he was like, hey, one of the players, there's a player with COVID, blah, 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 blah. We didn't know the severity of the disease, the virus at the time. So I'm thinking to myself, like, I just dapped up a couple of these players and yada, yada, yada. So now I'm panicking because I'm like, what if I got COVID now? And I'm thinking to myself, I call my mom. She's like, calm down, calm down. I'm like, Ma, I dapped up, kind of bro hugged a couple of the players and yada, yada, yada. So what if I have it? You know what I'm saying? And it made me panic, man. I was definitely scared that night, man. I can't lie, because there was so much going on. And then when we got back to the media room, we're sitting there waiting for tweets to come out and learning more. And then when they said Rudy Gobert got coronavirus, we all just like, yeah, we were all stunned. We were all in that media room. There was about 30 of us in there just glued to our phones waiting for the next tweet, and it was scary, man. And it's still scary, but it was a good moment, because it made me realize that we need to come together regardless as a country and be able to be united regardless, because we didn't know what was going on at the time. So everybody was united in fear because we didn't know the severity of the whole coronavirus.
And what was it like just leaving the building that night? Because I know because players were quarantined.
They were quarantined.
They brought in the people with the hazmat suits and everything, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. The players they were in the arena until 3 a.m. So they didn't
stay the whole time.
Yeah.
You had to stay the whole time.
I didn't have to stay the whole time. At a certain point in time, I started seeing some media people like drop off. So I was like, okay, maybe I can leave now. But I was already panicking, man. So I ended up the ride home, I just started calling my mom because I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to let her know, hey, I was at the game. They postponed it. But I don't know the severity of the coronavirus. I don't know. We didn't have any information. You know what I'm saying? So it was just real tough at the time. And I could just remember that ride home. I was just talking to my mom and actually brought home another media member with me, Cliff Brunt from the AP. and we were just talking about it. We was like, what's the next step? We didn't know if they were going to shut the league down. Then after that, that's when the tweet came out saying, hey, we're going to scrap the rest of the season. And, I thought that was going to be it for a little while for NBA basketball. I can't lie to you. I didn't know if we didn't know the bubble was going to happen. We didn't know anything was going to happen. So it was just nerve-wracking. You know what I'm saying? I didn't – the unknown. You know what I'm saying? You've been in a situation where you just don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I got stuck in that situation, and I was like, man, I'm really not in control.
I was on the Maverick side. It was bone chilling because you just saw suspended season.
Yeah.
And you don't know what that means, right? Is that 2 weeks?
Yeah. You don't know.
It ended up being what, 5 months, right? Or 4 months?
Yeah. That's the thing. You didn't know. You didn't know.
Yeah.
We had to deal with horse.
I remember that game, because the Warriors already announced that they weren't gonna have fans, right?
Yeah.
So we knew certain things were coming, and you kind of felt like that might be coming here, the no fans. But then for it to just escalate from 1 to 10 like that was the shock.
It was scary, man, because like I said, you're in the unknown. You don't know anything that's gonna happen. You don't know the whole severity of, are they gonna play? Is this gonna be it for the whole season? Are they scrapping it? Are we gonna have a champion this year? We didn't know anything. You know what I'm saying? So the NBA handled it perfectly, though. I mean, that bubble was the smartest thing they could do. Everybody was safe. At first, I was a little nervous about the bubble because I was like, I don't know if they're choosing health over wealth. Yeah. I don't know if they're using,
we still didn't know a lot about the virus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was kind of nerve-wracking. But Adam Silver he did a hell of a job, man, and I'm glad. He's done a great job since he got the job. So I was just happy that we was able to get NBA basketball back, but safe. I wanted the players to be safe. That was the main thing.